What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld, and today we're going to be talking about what you should be doing immediately upon starting Madden 21 Ultimate Team. Shout out to all of you guys with the feedback that wanted me to start to do these videos to get you guys prepared, get you guys a little bit excited. Everybody that's been part of the fam, thank you guys so much for all the time that you guys have been here. For the newer viewers, welcome. This is pretty much going to give you guys some guidelines to what to expect for Madden 21. Now, with Ultimate Team, depending on how they launch it, it could be a lot of differences with the way that they have this missions tab. I don't know if they're going to keep it the same way. I do know that the daily objectives has been a huge part of Madden Ultimate Team, so you're going to have to get yourself familiarized with that. Now, when you first get into Madden 21 Ultimate Team, there's probably going to be like a solo, like, things like this, like Welcome to Ultimate Team, all that stuff. What do I recommend with that? I recommend that you guys actually do that. Okay, that is something that's major. I know, like this year, I actually did all of it, and you got some cards. We didn't use the cards, but we got familiar with some of the actual gameplay movements, some of the extra, additional things that they added to the game. You get to see that, and that's before we even get into the solo battles. I just want you guys to understand, I do this myself. Anything that I recommend to you guys, you will see it on my channel. I'm not just going to tell you, yo, bro, you should do this. Like, I'm not one of those guys that lead you into the gutter and then walk the other way. We go into the gutter together. So if I don't know, what's going to happen with it, I actually go through it and I give you guys, like, a time frame of how long it'll take me to get it done. And then I'll give you guys the feedback. But you guys are always welcome to jump in with 2 feet, just like me, at the beginning of Madden 21. All right? So the number one thing that I'm going to recommend is this. Before you guys get into all of this, and for whatever reason they do a loyalty program, right? I don't know right now. We're still currently in Madden 20 if we're going to get it, because they haven't done anything or let us know that we're going to get it. If they decide to give it to us, it might be through MUT Rewards. Now, if you guys are not signed up to MUTRewards.com, you might want to go ahead and do that. Make sure that it's part of the EA Sports website. Do not click on any links that are not directly something that I tell you or something that is not in my description box, because there are a lot of people that will take your information, and I do not want that happening to my viewers. So be very, very careful. Deal with verified accounts and make sure that you know that you're on a valid website. Check the lock, see what it is, check all that kind of stuff, because it's really, really crazy, and dudes are just very, very heartless, and they don't care about your problems. So this is probably going to be the biggest deal. If we do get loyalty, I will go over it for you guys here on GmiasWorld as we finish out Madden 20. Pretty much you would get tokens that you would use to get some free players and packs to start the year off in MUT. All right, MUT is not complex. A lot of you guys that came here thinking that it was complex, now it's just so easy for you. You're like, yo, look, bro, thank you so much. But it's not about me. It's about you just taking the time to listen and understand that there's so many parts of it. So you got to take your time with it. Don't try to rush into anything, even in general life. If you just try to do everything all at once, it's always overwhelming. So pretty much what's going to happen is if we do get loyalty, it's probably going to be the similar thing with getting players. Obviously, we go for it all. I went for the elite players right away. Like, yo, dog, what you got for me? EA gave me, I think they gave me garbage this year. I don't even remember what it was. But still, it's free elite cards, and we figure out maybe it has training value or something like that, and that's what we did with it. But I always go for the Gusto, which is the highest tier. Some of you guys take risks with this. Trust me, if you're trying to get 10K coin, like a 10K coin kick sell, that's not going to really be that valuable to your squad to start, because a lot of the missions or the challenges that you're going to get, you are going to make a decent amount of coin currency from grinding the game. So I recommend going for the elite players if that's going to be something that happens. I just wanted to point that out because a lot of you guys don't know what loyalty is, because some of you guys are just new to the game. Like I said before, you can always check out the previous videos from the other years. You'll see, because I go through the guidelines of how we do it, and you would see that in previous years we did get that going. All right, now, like I said before, as far as the welcome to the Ultimate Team, I don't know if it's going to be exactly like this, but they are going to walk you through getting familiar with Ultimate Team, the cards and everything like that. So I'm just giving you guys a refresher course. We don't know yet which one of these missions will be available. The Gauntlet, are they going to give us Journey at launch? None of this stuff is known right now. All I can tell you is you're going to get a decent amount of coins and packs to start the game, and I recommend doing it because it teaches you the game, as opposed to just coming in and just buying bundles. Now, for this year, speaking of buying bundles, right? Once you go and you start doing your missions, your challenges, remember, every day counts as a daily objective. So what I like to do is I always come in. The first thing that I do is I buy a pack from the store. Now, to get credit for it, you have to buy a pack from the store and you have to win 2 games. You guys should know that at this point because we have to do that to get MUT Master. That's going to be another thing that's going to go on because once they release who the MUT Master is, it doesn't matter who it is, we get them anyway. Why? Because it's always advantageous for you against your opponent to start the year. Pat Tillman was outrageous earlier in the year. The people that had him understand you were forcing fumbles every single snap. And they didn't know what to do with him because he was just a wild, savage, hard hitter in the game. So we're going to have to go after that MUT Master situation. Now remember, I'm going to explain this to you before we actually get into it. The actual team building aspect of the cards right now, because I'm going to give you guys a head start, and then we're going to go through it throughout the series, explaining more and more about Ultimate Team and what you should be doing to get yourself started. If you choose to buy bundles, right, a lot of the stuff that we're going to be going through, because I'm also going to be grinding the game and grinding missions and challenges, what's going to happen is it's going to be an offset of the stuff that we're going to be able to get as opposed to what you get from the packs. Because you may be able to build your team up super OP very, very fast. Like for me, I may get a bundle here and there, but I don't often buy bundles, even though you guys are pressuring to bring my wife in because she's the pack goddess. I don't usually buy them as often unless it's specific cards. Randy Moss, Calvin Johnson, Sean Taylor, you know, guys like that. I'll buy a bundle on a weekend for that, but I'm not like usually going after it, for random guys in the sets. But again, this year it might be a little bit different because some of you guys like the format of building the team by getting bundles every now and again, but also taking advantage of Journey and using those players, the Gauntlet, using those players. The whole bottom line of this is to create the best team possible by spending the least amount of money. Now, the bundles, depending on how the pack odds are, whatever, you guys are going to buy those packs anyway. A lot of you guys buy packs regardless, and that's fine. It depends on how you build your team though, because whichever way the game plays at launch, we have to take advantage of that because we're going to need those series trophies, which you see in the top left right there, because there's also going to be a series master to start the year. So what does that mean? These are all of the things that you have to be familiar with when you first get into Madden. You got to know who the MUT Master is because that's going to take you about 30 days to complete. You got to know who the the level master is. For our final one, we got Delaney Walker. You have to know these things because this is part of the grind. John Madden coach. This is huge. You got to know about this. People that came to my channel for the first time 6 months ago, yo bro, what's this? What's John Madden coach? I never heard of it. Well, that's the thing. I'm going to give you guys all the insight into what the game is. So no matter what, comes of the game, you don't have to be surprised. And again, you don't have to be overwhelmed because I got you. You just chill out, leave a comment. Guys will like the comment, stuff like that. I'll be able to see it. And then we'll go over those things. It's nothing that comes out where it's like, oh my God, I have no idea what's going on. You know what I'm saying? It's never going to be like that here. You will be comfortable. You will understand exactly what you need to know. And we will go from there. All right. So as we go through the situation, right, with the, the day one situation, as you're learning the game, a lot of people ask me, this has been a regular thing. They've limited the amount of packs that are in it, but they usually had it. Like, I remember when they used to have like the 50 gold. They used to have some crazy stuff that you could get often, but then now it's like 24 of those and 3 of those. I don't really like that that arrangement for the like with the bundle price. So we would have to wait to see exactly what they give us at launch, and then we would probably more than likely go to it. I will check out what it says, the probability of certain cards, whatever. But it's not even more about that. It's about which one is the glitchiest, because to be honest, you can end up going and getting like basic goals with your money and pull everything that's in the game at launch. And I've seen people do it. I've never myself gotten anything really crazy out of get of goals to launch, at the launch, but I've seen it. I've seen other people pull crazy stuff. I don't really care how we have to get it done. We're going to figure out the best way because it's still money. And I'm not going to, promote you guys spending your money unless I do it and I get something decent. You know what I'm saying? And usually, every now and again, they give me like, decent cards. But if you go check out my playlist with pack openings from Madden 20, it was a lot of pack openings where my butt cheeks were just left outside the door. Like, they just checked me at the door, dude. Like, yo, look, your butt cheeks are there? All right, I got you. EA did me really, really dirty. It is what it is. Every pack is not going to be good. But at launch, I will make sure that you guys understand exactly what you need to know as we go along with it. All right? So with that, we're going to go ahead now that we've taken a look at all these packs, these featured situations. we're going to go ahead and take a look at some of the other things that are going on actively inside of the game when you first get it. Now, like I said, we've gone over the Welcome to Ultimate Team. I would recommend that you guys go ahead and do that. Get that done to make sure that you understand certain things about the game and, you know, just welcome yourself to the newer version of what's happening as we go along. When you go to the sets, though, this is a huge thing, and this is what I'm going to leave you guys off with before we get into the actual core of the team building. I'm going to need you guys to tell me, do you like this? Because I did this for you in 20, and you guys were going crazy with it, and you really loved it. And like I said, we're going to be building it up until the game is released. These things and these kind of sets for you getting these players, these are going to give you a decent core team to start. I do not recommend that you go into head-to-head with a 72 overall team. That you will not do, because you're going to play somebody that spent their whole life savings that's going to have a 99 overall team day one, and you're going to get demolished, and it's going to be very, very bad. So what I'm trying to explain to you guys right now is the core team building that you're going to need. That does not mean that you use these cards in the head-to-head ranked matches. You try these cards out in solo battles, and then we figure out which cards are the best and which core team is suitable enough for us to go out on the gridiron. And remember, I am going to be doing the same exact things that you guys are doing, so don't feel like you're doing it by yourself. All right, so with those cards and things that you're going to get from the missions and the challenges, we're going to review the sets, okay? And then we're going to see if there's anything beneficial from doing the sets. Like I said, I mentioned solo battles. Obviously, the challenges come with the missions, so you pick the missions tabs and it'll bring you to the challenges. If they change the name of it, we'll go from there when that happens. Solo battles is going to be a huge way, and it's a huge way that I usually start the year off by getting some stuff, you know, at least for the first month. Just play them, learn against the CPU, play, you know, the hardest level, accumulate your coins, and things of that nature. Weekend League, we're going to play Weekend League regardless, but we're going to build the perfect team before we do that, and we'll go over that when that time comes. All right, squads, that's cool if you want to start off with that. I don't recommend it, but you can do it. It is fun to play, you know, with your friends. They're going to have that mode, the Yard, which was leaked out, stuff like that. If you guys want me to go over what that mode's going to be about, let me know. I will definitely take a look at that for you, and we'll go from there. Draft Champions is going to cost you, because you got to pay coins for the tickets, so I would kind of, you know, hold off on that. And as far as the head-to-head seasons, I don't think we should be involved with that day one, because like I said, we have to put together the right type of team. So we've gone over the packs, the challenges, the missions, the sets, and the intro to Ultimate Team. Now, this is where it gets really, really down to the nitty-gritty, and you guys are going to have to let me know if you want more. So I'm going to leave you right there, because you're going to want to know exactly what you need to do to build your team to make it the best in the start of Madden 21 Ultimate Team. All you got to do is get this video to 300 likes, and we'll continue the series. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have an unbelievable day. One love, y'all.